Buongiorno. It's Daniel Priestley here, the author of the book Oversubscribed and 24 Assets. I spoke in Milan for performance strategies last year, and I wanted to connect with you and just say hello. We here in the UK are also on lockdown. We're confined to our homes, and we're dealing with the crisis that you were ahead of us on. You started earlier than us and hopefully finished sooner. And then it's back to the work of building great businesses. I personally believe that what's happening is a once-in-a-decade opportunity, maybe a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And it's a time to reset and to reinvent. And my belief is that recessions, the word recession should mean reset and reinvention. And resetting is about resetting back to the vision, the mission, the values that you started out with. And it's about getting your mindset out of reptile mode or monkey mode and getting back into visionary mode. And it's about cutting away anything that doesn't really represent the vision and the mission and the values that you began with. So Michelangelo had a wonderful quote where he said, "I see the angel inside the marble and I carve away until I set him free." And that quote's beautiful because when you have a clear vision, the first thing you do is you cut away anything that doesn't match up to the beautiful, clear vision that you see for the future. And this reset phase has allowed many of us to reprioritize, to think about what's most important to us, and to really get clear about what do we want for the next 10 years, 20 years of our lives, and how do we reset around that? How do we get back to those vision, mission, values, and cut away all the things that are not important as they once were? So the first phase of this situation is resetting, and resetting the mindset, right? Resetting the mindset. There's three types of mindset. There's the reptile, which is fight, flight, freeze. There's the monkey, which is just show up and do all the normal things that you do. It's the comfort zone. And then there's the empire builder or the visionary entrepreneur. And that is about reverse engineer the future that you want to see. And then reinvention is about transforming the business and growing the business and building the team based upon really great reinvention principles. So it's about reorchestrating or reinventing the value proposition, making sure that the value proposition is perfect for the 2020s, not the 2010s, not the 2000s, but the 2020s. So find that vision, mission, values, and have a look at how do you change the value proposition to line up for the 2020s. Become an influencer in the space. How do you lead in that space? How do you become the number one in that space? How do you articulate your story, your mountain of value? How do you build deeper connections with your marketplace and your suppliers and your team, and build that influence? And then how do you run great campaigns around it? How do you build assets around it? How do you develop your team? All of those things come next. So the first phase is reset. The second phase is reinvent. Now, very, very large companies, big companies, they take longer to do this. Most big companies take 12 months to 24 months in order to reset themselves, and then they begin reinventing about 18 months to 24 months from now. That's, the biggest companies in the world are going to have a reset that lasts all of 2020 and into 2021. And the entrepreneurs, they have a head start. They have the ability to reinvent much sooner. And that's why last time we had a global financial crisis in 2008, 2009, that's why we saw so many iconic startups. Instagram, WhatsApp, Uber, all of those businesses that we know, Slack, Zoom, they all came off the back of the reinvention phase after the global financial crisis. And what happened is lots of big companies, they retracted back to their core business and they just focused on protecting their core business. They stopped innovating, they stopped trying new things, and they left all of that there for the entrepreneurs to go and have a go at. And because of the global financial crisis, businesses like WhatsApp were created by an entrepreneur, not so much by Vodafone or a big telecommunications company. It was an entrepreneur who did it. So what's going to come next is an entrepreneur revolution. There's going to be an entrepreneurial boom. You're going to be part of it. You're already part of performance strategies, which means that you're already going to be thinking about the reset, reinvent. Italy is going to be the first country to deal with the crisis and move into the reinvention mode as a country as well. So it's going to have a head start in the world in that respect as well. The country is going to need people who are committed to reinvention, people who have been through a reset moment and are now ready to lead the way in reinvention. And I really do believe that Italy will have an entrepreneurial boom, an innovation boom, and there's actually 2020 will become a decade of transformation, maybe a new renaissance after this reset event. So wishing you my very, very best. I hope to see you again in the future. I hope to visit again personally and meet with you personally. I know it's been tough for many people. I know you've had loved ones deeply affected by this, and that you've had family and friends who have been very, very worried about their health and safety. So with all of that in mind, I do wish you an amazing recovery, a reinvention, and that I can hopefully be part of that with you and be your partner in that and be your friend in all of that as well. Wishing you all the best from London, and hopefully I get to see you all very, very soon. All the best.